So if you want to buy Ripple, the fastest and cheapest way to do that is by following this guide, which I'll link in the video description. And I'll go through each step and show you what they look like on the websites. So to start off, you'll want to go to Coinbase and make an account. And when you do that, there's a verification step which will increase the amount that you can buy. Otherwise, I think you're limited to about $100. So you can go through the verification process. It took me a couple attempts for it to go through, but it went through with no problem. So once you make an account and you verify it, you can go and link your bank account. That will raise your limit. And then the fastest way to get currency now is to use a card. There is a slightly higher fee that you will pay, but compared to the amount of growth that you see in cryptocurrencies, it's really marginal. If you try to do a bank transfer, it will buy the currency at that price. It will hold that currency, wait for the bank transfer to complete, and then it will post to your account. So in that time, you can't trade that currency. You can't sell it, transfer it, or anything. It's just pending until that transfer goes through. So you can do Bitcoin or Ethereum. I went with Bitcoin. So you'll use a card. You'll go to buy, sell. You'll select the payment method. You'll choose the card that you have. You'll enter the amount that you want to buy, and then it will enter the amount of Bitcoin you can get for that price. Or you can enter the amount of Bitcoin you want to buy, and it will tell you how much that will cost. So if I wanted to buy 100 Bitcoin, I can get 0.00658. And so this is what it's explaining that I can get. So currently I'd have to buy it at $15,042.94. So the slightly higher fee that I was mentioning is included here. So instead of buying it at the market price, they increase the price a little bit. But in the long run, the fee doesn't really matter if you want to get into the market right away. So you'll buy the Bitcoin, and that will post to your account almost instantly. If you don't see it, wait a few minutes. If it's not there, you might have to call your bank. I had to call mine and just let them know that it wasn't a fraudulent charge. And then they said, okay, you'll just have to reattempt the purchase because they can't go back and approve it. So you might, if you don't see it after 5 or 10 minutes in your account, contact your card, contact your bank, and let them know that you were the one making that purchase. So once you have the currency, you'll want to go to GDAX.com, which is owned by Coinbase. It's owned by the same company, just GDAX is their more professional exchange that they offer. Coinbase is a much more simplified trading platform. So when you go to log in on GDAX, if you're logged in on Coinbase, you might automatically be logged in on GDAX. Otherwise, just click login and enter your GDAX credentials, and you'll get right in. So if you purchase Bitcoin, just stay on this Bitcoin section. What you'll want to do is click deposit. In this third tab over, it says Coinbase account. You'll select your Bitcoin wallet and enter the amount of Bitcoin you want to transfer from your Coinbase account to your GDAX account. It will be instant and it's free. And the reason why we do this is to avoid the transaction fee of sending Bitcoin or currency outside to another wallet. Currently, I think if you were to try it from Coinbase, it's $15-20 or so to send Bitcoin to another wallet address. But if you transfer it to GDAX, which is free and instant, and then you transfer it from GDAX to another Bitcoin wallet, it's free. So once you deposit that from your GDAX, from your Coinbase account, the next step, you want to go to Binance and make an account. So to trade on Binance, you can't deposit US dollars or euros directly. So you have to transfer currency into it. So when you make an account, you don't have to verify your account to start trading a currency. You can just start trading right away. And it's really quick to set up an account. So once you set up your Binance account, you'll come up here to deposits and withdrawals under funds. You'll look for the wallet for the currency you just purchased, in this case, Bitcoin. You'll click deposit and it will display the wallet address for you. And what you want to do is click the copy address button, which will copy the entire field. And then what I like to do is to just verify what's in my clipboard. I paste it somewhere and compare it to this address to make sure that it actually went through. And I don't have some other wallet address still copied or some random word, text, something. So once you have that address, go back to GDAX, click Withdraw, go to the fourth tab, Bitcoin address. You'll paste that address in here. And then for the amount of Bitcoin, you can click the max if you want to transfer everything over. And in my case, I have the Google Authenticator app set up with my account. So if you just have the text messaging app, you'll just click Get Code. It will text you a code. You'll put that in here, click Withdraw. Otherwise, use the Google Authenticator code, put that in here, click Withdraw, and then it will initiate the transaction. So it will send it for free, and it will take I find it takes about an hour for the transaction to go through. You'll get an email saying that it was posted to your account. During times where there's a lot of volume in the transaction queue, it might take longer. I've had friends wait 3 or 4 hours for it to go through, but this is partly why we're buying Ripple, because the transaction time is under 4 seconds. So once that posts to your account, you'll go to Exchange, Basic or Advanced, whichever you prefer. Once you go to Basic, you'll have the amount of Bitcoin that's in your account currently, and you can create a limit order or market order. I usually do limit. I think there's a fee if you create a market order. I don't usually do them. I just set the price based off what's happening. I set the price of Bitcoin and how much I want to buy for it. They have these buttons. You can, if you want to spend 25% of your Bitcoin to purchase it, 50%, 75%, or 100. So you'll click one of those or just enter the amount that you want. You'll click buy and it will create an open order for you down here. And then once the market reaches that price, it will try to fill your order. And then there's a section below that shows that your filled orders. So that's basically it. You can follow the guide step by step and refer to this video for clarification or to see what the menus sort of look like. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the guide itself on that webpage and we'll get back to you. Happy investing.